On the morning show, everyone at the media firm worries about their status as Yuba's agreement with billionaire egomaniac Paul Marx draws to a close. Is it advisable for Stella to accept the offer to succeed Cory as president of the company? Which anchors will remain? More importantly, will the purchase actually be completed as a result of a Dodge investigation? One may anticipate that Paul would be stressed out as we approach episode 7 and try to balance everything. Nope. Alex has been seduced into his bed instead by the cunning megalomaniac. Together, the two had managed to flee the planet. But this is more emotional than a straightforward hookup. They talk about their lives. The word Dana is spoken by Paul when he is unconscious, and he admits that she was the love of his life. Dana was his canine. About her daughter, Alex speaks candidly. I alone entirely overlooked Alex's daughter and ex-husband. However, in this week's The Morning Show episode, everyone is family. Leonard is pulling Cory's arm about the Dodge inquiry, while Paul and Alex are twirling about in bedclothes. There is one woman who is pushing the Paul deal really hard. By inviting Bradley to assist him, Cory decides to go upstate to deal with her on his own. That really wicked political figure. Martha is Cory's mom. Even without a rational justification, Cory has mommy problems, which is still significant. He could be clinging to Bradley like a hapless little duckling as a result of this. Bradley declines Martha's invitation to stay for dinner, since she needs to appear on the evening news. Therefore, she can't accept her invitation. Bradley gets a stern talking to from Cory because she is his employee and has to comply. They must remain for supper. So they will. They must persuade Martha to drop Paul and Yuba's lawsuit. This episode's backdrop is some major fashion gala, which has a Gossip Girl party-like vibe to it. Everyone is dressed well, but the event itself isn't the main attraction. After taking a photo with Chris, Alex and Paul are approached by photographers. Paul asks Alex if they should come out as a relationship or pretend that nothing happened. Alex chooses the latter, although we've seen how successful personal connections have been for Yuba in the past. As to this point, the entire episode is a confrontation. Cory discusses the Dodge with his mother before returning to Yuba. Stella shares her secret regarding Paul, and Chip discovers Alex in a precarious position. Later, we'll talk more about all of this. But when these things happen, our democracy also develops. Due to the disclosure of the Supreme Court's decision, Roe v. Wade is being criticized. With a few models who are indifferent to the situation, Chris causes a fight in a restroom. However, we'll worry about that later on in the program, possibly in later episodes. In the end, Cory persuades his mother to postpone all of her appointments related to the Dodge inquiry, and Martha makes vain attempts to persuade Bradley to go out with Cory. When Martha and Cory perform an uncomfortable auto-tune piano duet, all of the conflicts are resolved. We now understand where Cory's cheesiness originates from. Stella notifies Cory about Paul's choice when he gets to New York City. Cory is not in a panic over looming disaster, so he waits to intervene in Yuba's agreement with Paul. Since Paul obviously thinks Stella would submit to him at any time, Cory advises Stella to sign the contract, and then they'll wait and see what happens. Stella grinned. Whose side does she support? The episode finishes with Chip, a peeping Tom, ogling this new development, while Paul and Alex make out in her office. Don't make out in a glass-only workplace if you intended to keep it a secret between you two. Come on, folks. Amateur hour is in full swing over here. It will be intriguing to see if Chip takes a side in this new controversy, as he has always stood by Alex's side through everything Mitch, COVID, you name it. Furthermore, is Stella on Team Cory or Team Paul? With several ambiguous affiliations, the morning show has evolved into a version of Survivor. Prepare for a few blindsides.